I'm your host, G. Beleski, and today I will show how to unpack and perform the first assembly on a Trikke Positron 60 volts. This is what we are getting. The vehicle folded inside of this box. You have a battery and you have a gear bag. Inside of the gear bag, we had the charger, wall mount for the charger. You can attach to the wall and keep the charger in a vertical position for use. We have a pair of mirrors, and inside of this bag you'll find a toolkit, basically Allen wrenches. For the assembly we'll need the 6 and we'll need the 4 millimeters. We'll need also a screwdriver. Also inside of this bag we have keys for the battery, 3 fobs for access to the display. You have an owner's manual where part of the owner's manual will show you the first assembly. If you want to watch this video, it shows step by step the assembly process. Also, you get a spare parts manual, so if you need any part, you can refer to this manual with part numbers and everything. In this box we will have the battery. Now we'll start the process of unpacking the trike. Pull the box this way. If you have someone to help you, each one can grab one end of the trike and pull from the box. But I will do just by myself. And now I'll drag the trike off the box and bring to the ground. You have to unscrew the knobs, both sides. If it's hard to unscrew, you have to move back and forth the column until you can. Basically, you have to clear this lever here. Now, let's open this envelope here. Pull the handlebar from here. You see here on this model, the Siren is not assembled to the trike. We're gonna assemble after we unfold the trike. You see how the cables are? We want the right one on the right side and the left on the left side. Let's install the handlebar on this post already, okay? So the handlebar is still not tight. Hold the front brake, bring the frame up. So you see the front wheels not moving, that helps a lot. Locking the parking brakes, locking the steering axle straight, and we will push these levers down. I know it may be hard for the first assembly. See what I'm doing here? I'm holding the deck with my foot and I'm pushing the front structure forward to take any load from this system. We want this really tight with a lot of tension. Push the front structure away. I'm sitting here. You can hit with a mallet, or it can be like a 2x4 or something. So it locks, and then you have to move this bolt here on top of the lever so it will never come undone. The other side I will do a little bit different. I work from the front. I'm pulling the handlebar towards me. You can see that that wheel is off the ground. There's no tension. Okay, this is the way you want. Probably you will not be folding this all the time, but just in case you need to fold this vehicle, the process is the reverse. You release this knob, take the load from the frame. You can pull with your fingers, but this one is brand new, it's tight, so you can use a lever here to pop it. And as I said, you can use a mallet to lock it. Okay, we unfold it and we lock it. This bolt on top of the levers on both sides is safe. Still, our handlebar is loose. Take the 6 millimeters Allen wrench. You will tighten these 2 bolts. Remember, the cable should be left on the left, right on the right, routing really easy, okay? So what we're gonna do, we'll tighten but not too much. Make it grab a little bit because we'll have to align the handlebar. So the steering axle is locked straight, and then you move the handlebar. You want it flush these two parts flush in the blue line, perfect align. Tight a little bit more. So another way to check the alignment between the handlebar and the front wheel is standing on the trike like I am. Look at the front wheel is locked because I locked the steering straight. And then use this line as your reference and match with the front fork or the front wheel. So the final one can be when you ride in a straight line, and if you're riding in a straight line and the handlebar is a little crooked, you know that you have to correct maybe clockwise or counterclockwise a little bit, and take the time because this process is just once you have to do. Make sure you tighten these two bolts really well, go back and forth, switch the lower one, top one, until you get it really tight. Now release the steering lock. Check if you can turn left and right. Keep the brakes locked, okay, parking brakes locked. So the next step will be install the Siren. Okay, so we lock the parking brakes, we lock the steering straight. We will release the clamp for the adjustment of the handlebar height. Bring the handlebar a little bit higher so it gives more space in this area for us to install the Siren. So the Siren we will install on these two screws. So the Siren has two wires. One wire goes to the 3-button pad, and the other wire will connect to 12 volts power. Remove these two screws. Let's put back the screw. Okay, don't need to tighten too much. This is plastic. If you tighten too much, it may damage. Okay, the Siren is mounted. It's connected to the power. It's connected to the pad. I found one of these connectors disconnected. So pay attention, see if you see anything off place. Put them together face to face, and then you turn this one until you feel that it falls into place, and then you just push them together, okay? This is basically the one for the pad for the lights and everything. It was disconnected, so the lights will not work. It gets disconnected because we move the handlebar and stretch the cables and everything, but once you get everything back in place, it'll be okay. So the next step will be clamping this cable. So this is what holds this loom of cables to the front structure. 4 millimeters Allen wrench. Okay, so we got our cable, everything is connected, looks right. Also with the 4 millimeters Allen wrench, we will install mirrors, and you see they are marked L and R. There is an instruction how to assemble. Open the clamp, you see you open the clamp a little bit. This is the swivel, okay? The swivel is not supposed to be forward. The swivel is supposed to be facing back. You will slide on this part of the handlebar. There's a dot here, a white dot. So if you align them, is the perfect alignment. You will tighten really well this one. I will do the same with the right one. When you install with the swivel back. Okay, so make sure you push all the way, and as I said, the partition should be aligned with that white dot. So we'll swivel this, and it's ready to go. But I feel like this one is a little bit too easy to move. These are plastic parts, you know, you can adjust these parts. You can give it just a little bit more tension. Because if you tighten too much, these are plastic parts and they will damage. Okay, this is what you want. You will stand on the trike, adjust it, and like any other rear view mirror. So the process is done. You will adjust the handlebar. The correct level will be basically your waistline. So your arms are not too stretched or bent. It's kind of a more neutral position. So the next step will be to install the battery. When you push this button, it will turn on. Make sure the battery is switched off to install always. This is a tray. Make sure there's nothing sitting on the tray here. Here's the connector. So you just put the battery in an angle here, and you will bring the battery against this lock. And look at the other side. We have a hook. Use this little cable to hold the battery for you. Once it's hooked on the cable, it's still not locked, but it's a safety cable. You will push the battery against the frame, okay? And then you will turn the key half turn and remove the key, okay? So now you see the battery is locked. This is when the battery is installed without the gear bag, but now we will install the battery and the gear bag together. I'll put the gear bag on the floor. I'll install the battery to the gear bag. This is the right way, okay? See here? Inside of this first pocket, you will find a little bag with a knob and a 5mm Allen wrench. Let's finish with the tool. And we will strap the battery to the bag, or the bag to the battery. So now you will carry the battery by holding the gear bag. Sit on the tray. Now you already know how things work. I'm using my knee to push everything together, hooking safety cable and turning, and it's installed. Pay attention, if you don't have the safety cable installed, when you turn this, the battery may fall to the ground. So that's a safety or a secondary catch for the battery. So the next step will be to turn on the vehicle, turn on the battery. When you turn on the battery, you see that the rear lights, these markers, the headlight will light up. So you have power. You have power for the siren, it's working. You see headlights here, on, both of them, off, on, off. You have turn signal. You have our horn. So everything is working. Emergency lights, they are all working. Check if they are flashing the same pattern. If not, you can sync them by holding this lower button for a while, and it will sync all lights to the same pattern. Then you can change the pattern every time you touch here. Once you find the pattern you like, so only use this top button to turn on and off the emergency lights. To start driving, you have to turn on the display, press and hold the M button. You see that this says BR here for brake. The right brake is engaged. So I will release. When I release, you are ready to go. You see when I twist the throttle, the trike wants to go, okay? Release the brake and it's ready to go. So don't forget to unlock the steering. And for regular sparking or riding, you want to, if you want to lock, you want to lock in an angle, set the kickstand, lean the trike over the kickstand, turn off the display. So this way we just finish assembling the first assembly of the Trikke Positron 60 volts. Thank you for watching.